Everyone, today I'm coming with you with a goals video. So every year I make my goals for the next year, and I've been doing this for about 3 years or so. I will link them all right here, or if you want to go down below and see. I know I've made 2013, 2014, 2015. I'm pretty sure those are the last 3 years. I'm not sure if those 2012. But usually what I do in these videos is I'll go over my goals that I set last year for myself. So I'm going to go over my 2015 goals and see if I did all of them. And then I'm going to make this video kind of a three-parter, if you will. So usually every year I do a top 10 books of the year. I'm still doing that. So I'm doing a goals video, which is the one you're watching right now. Then I'm going to probably do another video where it's going to be just wrapping up my year in reading. I haven't done one of those videos before. It'll be an interesting video to do, you know. I feel like I want to talk more about the books I read in my top 10 books of 2015, but I think it deserves its own video, just wrapping up the year as a whole, like going through how many genres, like how many books I read, and how many, like, you know, books I read in particular genre, and just summarizing the year up with the books I've read. I hope jibber jabber, let's get on to reviewing my goals for 2015. The first goal I had to read was actually read 30 books, and I changed that throughout the year. I've actually read 40 books, so I accomplished that goal. I feel very happy about reading 40 books. I feel like I maybe pushed myself a little bit too much with reading that, but maybe not enough. It's a hard predicament where I fall in that, but I feel like I read a good amount of books. I'm happy with 40 books. Goal number 1, I did, so yay. My second goal was to read the Percy Jackson series. I think I have been literally using the same goal for the past 3 years, and I've never done it. And so I'm just gonna, I just don't know if it's gonna happen. Like, I have the Percy Jackson books right here, but I don't know, I don't reach for them. I feel like I missed the bandwagon, the train to Percy Jackson, and maybe I'll get on that train one day, but I just don't want to put pressure on myself. I really just want to read it whenever I feel to it, and so I did not meet this goal. I'm not mad at myself. It's not a big deal for me, but I know it's an amazing series. I get that. Give me some time. Goal was to reread the Harry Potter series, and I didn't do this one as well. I didn't reread any the Harry Potter books this year. Years ago, me and a few other booktubers did this thing called Summer Spells, where I reread the first 3 books in the Harry Potter series, and I was so happy I did it. I think that's why I wanted to do my 2015 goals, is to incorporate that into it, and I just didn't do it this year, I think because I was stressed about reading new books. This year, it's going to be different, this next year. I do really want to reread the Harry Potter books. I love the Harry Potter books. You know that. They're a magical thing for me. It's insane how much I love them. But I only have to read the 4, 5, 6, and 7, which may not seem like a lot, but those are like the biggest books in the series. But I think I'm going to start doing that. You know, like I said, this is mid-December. I'm almost done with a book, which will be my 40 books of the year. And instead of furthering my goal with books, I think I'm going to just reread Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, start it, and, you know, just casually read it here and there. I think I can really finish rereading the series this coming up year, so I think I'm going to do that. So, again, failed with this goal. Oh, I forgot my second goal was buy less books. I did great on this. I'm sure, you know, people are on a budget. I know a lot of people are on a budget, you know. I own a home. I have a kid who takes up all my money, you know. We have bills and stuff. So, you know, books are not on my high prioritizing list of things to buy because, quite simply, I really can't afford them. I'm very lucky to be afforded the right that publishers send me books for free for review. I'm so thankful for that. I hope you guys know I do not take that for granted by any means. I really, whenever publishers send me a book and I review it, I make sure I send the links out. I make sure I promote the book. I just really am grateful for that opportunity, and that makes running this channel a whole lot easier because I'm granted the right to, you know, to review books and get them for free, and it's just an amazing opportunity. So because of that, I've been able to do really well in my buy less books. So that is a goal I did finish. So overall for 2015 for reading goals, I think I did pretty good, you know. The only one I feel like I could have worked on more is the rereading Harry Potter ones, but enough about that. If you really want to go into depth about my goals for last year, I will leave the video right here again, but we're just going to go on to my goals for this next year, 2016. So 2016, I'm really only setting 5 goals again for myself. I'm trying to be realistic. I'm trying to, you know, put personal goals and YouTube goals in here as well. I'm trying to be realistic and optimistic. So my first goal of the year is to read 35 books. I think this is manageable because seeing this year I read 40. I think if I read 35, I think it's a pretty good pace. I would be very happy with that goal. So I really think I can manage that. The second goal is to reread the Harry Potter books. I know I feel like I shouldn't put this on there because I don't know if I'll do it or not, but I really feel like I can. I think if I put my mind to it, I definitely can because I love this series. I could fly through it, honestly. I could just whiz through them things. So I know I can reread this book, and I just really want to, every couple years, reread the Harry Potter series to stay fresh on it, to show my love for Harry Potter, to realize it all over again. There's nothing like rereading your favorite series, if I'm honest. My goal is to keep my TBR pile down. And I did a video about this, talking about TBR piles, you know, how many books I had. It was hard. That's a very good video. I think there's a lot of people talking about it, discussing it, and I think that's awesome. I think you should check it out. Just talk about your TBR pile, because to some people may have 5 books in their TBR pile, some people may have 100. You know, it's all different of how you are and how you coordinate your TBR pile. When I have over 10 books in my TBR pile, I feel a very big sense of pressure, like just feel very pressured. So this year I'm really going to keep it down. I'm going to try to I don't buy very many books, but even requesting books, I'm only going to request books that I know I will read, not books that I'm like, that sounds interesting, that should go to another person I really feel that, you know, I think the book should go to another person who really is excited about that book and will read it right away within the next couple months or so, instead of just collecting dust on my shelf, just sitting there because I was only somewhat interested in it. Does that make sense? I don't want to just request books because they sound good. I really want to get request books from publishers and stuff that I know I will read. I know that I'm excited for them. So that's my main thing. It's just keeping my TBR pile down and manageable and making me just stress-free. You know, if I have to buy a little bit more books this year, that's fine. I think, you know, I will have the mindset of going to buy a book that I know I will read immediately rather than like, I'm going to buy this and let it sit on my shelf for a while. That's what I'm going to try to do next year, if that makes sense. You know, buy books that I'm going to read immediately. My last reading goal of this next year is to read 1 classic. I think I set this up for a goal a couple of years ago, maybe to read like 5 or something like that. I know this may not happen, but I really want to put on there because classics are just amazing. I've only read a couple, and I feel like if I just want to read 1 this next year, just read 1 classic. That's all. Doesn't matter who it's by, doesn't matter anything. If it's classic, I will read it. And I just want to read 1. You know, maybe if I read a classic a year, that may be small, but it will start out something with me. I really want to start reading more classics. I don't know where to begin. So I know I really particularly want to read a Jane Austen book. I know a lot of people like Pride and Prejudice, but I've heard, you know, just the talking and mannerisms is kind of hard to get into. So if you know a very easy classic that's easy to get into, easy to love, please leave me a comment down below, letting me know your favorite classic that's just easy to get into that I can really, you know, pour myself into. My next goal is to delve more into my craft, and that's like a weird sentence, if you will. If you guys didn't know, I'm a professional photographer. That is my career, basically. And you know, when I started YouTube, and it started out really small for me, then it got really big for a year or two, and I thought, man, this could be my career, this could happen, this could be something. And it just didn't really pan out. You know, if things happened in my life, I had a child, so I had to focus more on my child and my other things in my life rather than this channel. I just realized that this is more of a hobby for me, and it's taken me a while to realize that, you know, because I'm a very overachiever, very, you know, when I set my mind to something, I will get it. And I just realized that this is a hobby for me, not quintessentially a job, because there's a lot of YouTubers out there that is their jobs, and there is nothing wrong with that. I think that's awesome. I applaud them for that, and I think that's just amazing. For me, I don't think it could be my job, you know. It'd be awesome if it could be, but it's just not going to happen, I think, which is totally fine. I think this is just more of a hobby, and starting to take a little bit more time back from this YouTube, which I'll talk more about, but I really want to focus on my photography. You know, photography is a love of mine. I have been taking pictures since I was 17. I'm 27 now, and I just love it so much, and it is a career for me, you know. I shoot weddings, I shoot a lot of family sessions, I shoot newborn sessions, I do bands, I do everything and anything, you know. And this past couple months, or these past 4 months, have really exploded for me, and it's just really making me love it more and wanting to put myself more into this business, because I can see myself striving in this area, and I just know that's where my talent lies, is photography. And so this next year, I really just want to hone in on my craft, study more, you know, do more, be more creative with that. And I think, you know, because of that, I'm going to have to focus more on that, which is no problem, and take a little bit of less focus over here, which is fine. That's one of my goals, is just to really work on photography, work on being better at it, work at working at growing in my business, because it's hard being a small business owner. It's very hard, but I feel like I can do it if I just work more on it, and it's awesome. So that's my one of my goals. And the last goal is to post a video a week on this channel. I know a while ago I said I was going to post 2 videos, I think Monday and Friday, then post another video on my other channel, and I was like, that's manageable. It's tough. It is tough. I know with you guys that can do that. I think that's great. I can't do it. It's very stressful for me. I have to think, oh, what kind of content do I want to create today? Should I just do a tag, or should I just do something else? It's real hard for me, you know? I feel like I'm just struggling for ideas constantly, and I just don't want that. I want to be fresh. I want to be excited to film, not feel like pressure from it. So I'm just going to go to 1 video a week. What day it will be on, I don't know. Just look out for it. And I just really I want to stay with this channel. I love this channel. Yes, it is a hobby, but I feel like I have great friends on BookTube. I feel like I have great followers. I have people that just talk to me throughout comments, and I think it's great. And I love talking to you guys about books. It's seriously one of my favorite things to do is read books and talk to you guys about it. And I don't want that to go away by any means. So don't think this video I'm like skipping town. I am not. I'm going to be here. I'm just going to be, you know, more in the background, if you will. I'm going to be 1 video a week, and it could be a book review, it could be a book haul, it could be a tag, it could be something else, a discussion, whatever it may be. I will still be here. You know, if I have weeks where I don't have a lot of photo work or other stuff going on, maybe I'll post 2 videos a week. You never know. But I wanted to make this next year to be focusing on my family, first of all, because family is the most important thing, you know. And I just really want to focus on that, and then focus on my business, and then just, you know, do YouTube when I can and have fun with it, not feel pressured about it. I'm going to wrap it up now. So if you have any goals for the next year, please leave them down below. Let me know your goals. Maybe we can help each other be accountable. And comment, let me know what you think about my goals. Do you think they're manageable? Do you think I'm crazy? Or what do you think? I would love to know as well. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And here is to a much better 2016. I am very, very ready to leave 2015 behind. I'm so ready. But, you know, with each new year is a new chapter in our life, and chapter to be stronger and better person, honestly. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for an amazing year on BookTube. I love and appreciate you all, and I will see you very soon. Bye.
Christmas Eve.